Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What a wonderful day it is. Yes, it is. Hopefully, you guys will get the alerts. As always, we're going to wait a few minutes for people to get up in here so we can get started. All right. Let's see, we're 40 seconds in. Hopefully, everybody gets the alerts. What's up, Amina, Eric, Ricky? Hello, hello. Look like it's kind of delayed. Thank you, Amina. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just coming to this side, Amina, so I can tell everybody what's going to happen with these shirts, because I know even you members that members of the SMD family, I want you guys to even see how big this is going to be with these shirts. These shirts are going to be just like this is it. I mean, this is not it for whatever it's going to turn into, but I'm just saying these shirts are going to be the springboard to what SMD is. It's crazy. What's up, Aaron? Hey, Aaron, check this out, man. First thing you do is come in all caps and start doing stuff like that. And now I don't know why you do stuff like that, but you got to stop doing stuff like that, man. I just don't know what else to tell you. Because I tried to tell you earlier, right? I've never gotten blocked or banned from any YouTube room I've ever been in. That has never happened to me. And I talk, but I've never been banned or blocked. What's up, Eclectic Agitator? What's going on? You know the difference between me and you? Make this SMD shirt look good. I make this SMD shirt look good. What's up, Wayman? All right, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you very much. As you can hear the excitement in my voice, the orders of my shirts, the first shirt's going to be coming out here soon. Right now, they're on pre-sale for the members only. So just in case, if you are a member now, you can go in there, go to the link and click on there and get a pre-order shirt right now. If you have not done so, please do so. This is only going to be for Saturday and Sunday. So if you guys don't buy them up, probably won't, but if you don't buy them up inside the members only or put it this way, whatever's left is going to go to the public side. So I'm gonna share the link on the public side Monday morning for those of you that are also waiting for the shirt. So if you're new to the channel, thank you. Thank you. My name is LJ Young, and I'm a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where unconscious slaves live. Now, there's two types of slaves. Excuse me, let me make sure. This is where slaves live, but now there's two kinds of slaves. There's unconscious slaves and conscious slaves. Unconscious slaves don't trust math, and they don't know they don't trust math. Example, believing they're a homeowner while having a 30-year mortgage, when they can just simply open up the calculator, put in their mortgage payment minus the mortgage balance, hit equal, and all they have to do is just trust what the calculator says. But since they don't. In other words, unconscious slaves don't see negative numbers. They cannot see negative numbers. That's why they believe they're homeowners with 30-year mortgages, because they don't believe what the calculator is telling them, and the calculator is telling them a negative number, but yet if they don't believe it, they're unconscious. Now, conscious slaves were once unconscious, found SMD, and added up their savings, added their debt, found out they were in debt, believed that all they did was trust the calculator. Now they're doing whatever it takes to get out of debt, sell their car, sell their house, move downscale, sell all shit they don't need, just sell it, work overtime, just, doubling down to get out of debt. Because once you become conscious, you realize if you're in the negative, you are what's called a slave. Then that was me. I lived in a debt matrix until the age about 40. I was what the people in the debt matrix say, a high value man, college educated, good looking, 6-figure earner, career, really good career with a really good company, making 6 figures, nice house, house, nice car, bloggity, blah, blah, blah. Well, what I didn't know is I was a college educated slave because the 6 salary that I was making, I was double that in debt. Kept my student loans for 10 years. I was a college educated, high value slave. Okay. Now, once I realized that, once I became, and it's long story short, who woke me up? The bank woke me up. Okay. If you haven't watched my videos, watch. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that here, but actually the bank woke me up. Once I woke up, I found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey basically said, take the math that we all learned in grade school, elementary school, and apply it to your finances and you'll win with money. And that's what I did. He said, here's the baby steps. Follow math. Always trust math. Follow the baby steps. You'll win with money. That's what I did. Now, when I followed these steps, I realized it was only about math. It wasn't about religion, because Dave Ramsey's spin is his religion, right? But I want you guys to know here at the SMD channel that math doesn't care about what religion you are. 1 + 1 = 2. If whether you're Christian, Jewish, it doesn't matter what you believe in. 1 + 1 = 2, right? So that's when here. So I stripped that out. And then also he says, Mr. Ramsey says, now it's all respect. I'm just talking about math. Mr. Ramsey says, when you get down to your house, your mortgage, start putting away 15% of retirement. But according to the laws of mathematics, if you have a mortgage, you have no money to put 15% of anything away from anything. You put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. Does the calculator say you have 15% to put away in retirement? No, then it's not true. Then it's not true. So you come here, you pay off your house. Because once you come over to SMD, you realize a paid off house is better than any other investment that you have in your so-called portfolio. Why is that? Because while millions of people that believe mortgage and rent is just part of life, you won't. So all of those guys making mortgage payments to the bank, you'll be making mortgage payments to your bank account. Your bank account. Yeah, the bank will still have it, but it'll be yours. They're just holding it for you. That's the difference. Okay. Over every single month, while they're making monthly mortgage payments, every month they're not. That means every month that you would have been goes into your bank account. There's no other investment out there that's bigger than that one. Okay. That's what you know here at the SMD. That's the difference. Another thing about SMD is that when it comes to personal finances, I'm never wrong, ever wrong. I'm never wrong. I can prove everything I'm saying to be true. I want you guys to understand this. I'm never, ever wrong. And everything I say, I can mathematically prove. Okay, I want to make sure that's crystal clear. There is no other person on YouTube that can do what I do. Do you understand? When you go to another channel and say, hey man, are you guaranteed to give me the right answer? They're going to say, well, nobody has guarantees. I do. And I can prove it. Why? Because math is never, ever, ever wrong, ever. Now I am excited. I am very excited about my shirts. Now I want you guys, even the members, the regular members too, and you new people, you're probably thinking, what's so exciting about a t-shirt? What's the big deal? The difference between my t-shirts and every other fucking t-shirt in the world, my statements will be unlike any other you've ever seen in your life. Never. Every statement that you'll see on a SMD t-shirt, you'll just, especially if you're an unconscious slave, you will have no idea what that means. Not a clue. And I'll tell you, and I can tell you guys the answer. I'm gonna tell you the answer. The reason why you won't understand the statements is because you can't see negative numbers. That's why. You guys have no idea zero and negative numbers exist. You guys have no idea. That's why you will never understand the statements that will be on these shirts. Now, for the members only, for the people that understand, think about this. This is what I want you guys to understand. Imagine you guys get these shirts, and then when you go out in public, anybody you see wearing these shirts, you are going to immediately know that they know. Why? Because slaves are not going to buy my shirts because they're not going to understand the statements. So they won't be wearing them because they'll look at it and say, what the fuck does that mean? That's so stupid. They say things like that. Oh, that's dumb. That's not true. There are other ways. And so they'll never wear the shirt. This is how you will be easily identify other people that understand how it really works, because they'll have an SMD shirt on. And check this out. And you're probably thinking, and I know the unconscious slaves will say, well, I'll just go buy it and put it on and I'll wear it and I'll pretend I'm one of them too. No, you won't. You can't. This is what unconscious slaves don't understand. What I teach cannot be faked. It cannot be faked. You cannot put on an SMD shirt and pretend to be part of the SMD family. You can buy the shirt, but as soon as you open your mouth, you're going to start speaking debt. Why? Because you have no idea the language of debt free even exists. You're a slave. If you buy a shirt and you're an unconscious slave, you're just an unconscious slave wearing an SMD shirt. We can see you. Soon as you open your mouth, we can see you. Anything you say about money, we can see you. And imagine this, SMD family. Check this out. Imagine how more easy it will be able to find. Now let's swap over to dating minus debt. You know how much easier it will be to find a person of the opposite sex that understand how it works. If you see that person with an SMD shirt on, or if they see you, or vice versa, it don't matter, man or woman. If they see you with an SMD shirt on and they know what SMD represents and who it is, that's the biggest hurdle of them all. Because we know you understand once you get out of the debt matrix. I know you unconscious slaves don't really believe this, but when you get out of the debt matrix, it doesn't matter what a person looks like. It doesn't matter what kind of job they have. It doesn't matter if they can fuck good. It doesn't matter if they are fine. They look all this and that. They're this age. It doesn't matter if they're a slave. Say like when you're out of the debt matrix, you come across a badass woman, body, great career. She's a lawyer and she's got a bad car and she's got a bad house. As soon as you find out she has $200,000 in student loan debt and a mortgage and car payments and all the other stuff, it won't matter what she looks like. She's a slave. Nothing's gonna, and check this out. Knowing this, nothing can change that but her. In order for this particular woman to not be a slave, she has to pay off all that debt. Now you got to convince this woman to do that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You know how much time it's going to save you? You know, when you see people wearing these shirts, they're going to be wearing these shirts with pride, baby, pride. Because they're going to understand what it means. It's going to tell the world, hey, I understand for you other members out there, and it's to tell the unconscious slaves, hey, I ain't like you. I don't want you getting me mixed up with you. I'm not like you. I don't do the things you do. If you ask me about the shirt, I'll tell you, but understand everything is it's going to represent so much. Your dating life is going to change. That's the biggest hurdle on the dating part. That's the biggest hurdle. Are you in debt? And you're going to, and the people that know, you're going to know the phonies, because the phonies are going to buy the shirt and think they're going to fit in. No, you're not. If you buy the shirt, you better keep your mouth shut. If you're a slave, if you buy the shirt and you think it's cool, but you're making car payments, you better keep your mouth shut. You better not come across another person, SMD channel. You guys start talking. They're going to know you're faking. Them slave baddies going to want to play. You sure will. But once you see, this is what unconscious slaves, I know you don't believe this, but once you're out of the debt matrix, I promise you, nothing's gonna bring you back in. Nothing. Not a woman, not a relationship, and this goes for man or woman. It has nothing to do with your sex. I know you guys got all these channels. Women do this, guys are that. Don't do this. No, they're just slaves. If they're slaves, it don't matter what they do, what kind of job they have. Don't matter how much money they make. It doesn't matter their career. It doesn't matter the family they come from. Doesn't matter what part of town they live in. If they have $100,000 in student loan debt that they've been having for the last 10 years, guess what? They're going to have it for the rest of their fucking lives. Good luck with that. Slave, you got to let the slaves marry each other slaves, and then they get together and they create more debt. They'd be like, oh, you make this salary gross. They always talk about the gross salary too. You make this gross? Yeah, I make this gross. Oh, we make this much together? Yeah, well, yeah, on paper. Yeah, but not in real life. Why when you talking about gross, why you taking out Uncle Sam? What? Why do you think they take that money before you even get your check? Because if they didn't take it, you wouldn't give it, slaves. That's why they take it immediately before you even get it. Yep. Are you in debt? Are you in debt? Slaves glitch and try to sell you a lie. Sure will. They need their imaginary lives to match. Hey, man, check this out, slaves. When you guys see these shirts out there in public, I want you guys to recognize when you see that big SMD, because you'll never find anything like this ever, ever. Every statement that you'll see on the shirt will be true. And every person that wears the shirt can prove it with a calculator, your calculator, and make you put the numbers in your own calculator yourself. We're not even going to do it for you. We're going to make you do it so you can see it, so you don't think somebody's pulling a magic trick on you. Oh, it's magic, MAGICK, that kind of magic. Not the magic that you're thinking of, the pretend stuff that's not real. We'll make money disappear from your hand, show you didn't really get a finance car on sale. You're not really a homeowner. With a 30, yeah, you're not really a homeowner. You refinanced your car and you got lower payments. You think you got a great deal? You're saving more money at the end of the month? No, you're not. I can show it to you on your calculator. What's up, Nicer? Slave baddies, right. Exactly. Slave baddies. These shirts, these shirts are going to be like the Superman shirts, like the big S. Because when people wear these shirts, they're going to know what it takes to wear these shirts proudly. You can't fake it. Again, I'm gonna repeat this. If you get it and you're trying to fake it, and you come across another SMD family member, because you guys are gonna spot each other, because these shirts are not gonna be copied by other people. I want you guys to clearly understand it. They're not. I mean, they might. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be copied, but just the statements that are gonna be on the shirts, they're only gonna be able to come from me. You can't Google these statements. They're not, because you guys are not Googling stuff like that. Google won't even know what the fuck you're talking about, even if you try to put the question in there. Be like, what? I don't know. What's that? Nobody's ever asked me that question. Make Google glitch. Somebody take down Google with a question. Yeah. Like I said, I could see the future of these shirts, man. And I got a million statements. I got a million statements in my head that everyone, unconscious slaves, will not have a clue of what I'm talking about. I had this guy, check this out. I don't know if you guys saw the comments, but if you go into the community area, okay, now this is how powerful this is, okay? I said finance electric cars don't save money on gas, right? And then I wrote the equation. I said, so people, when they read that, people with finance electric cars, they're going to read it and they're going to be baffled. Like, what the fuck you mean? What do you mean? I'm not using gas. I am saving gas, right? So I put in there, I said, put in your car payment minus your car balance and hit equal. And I said, that's the money you're saving on gas, right? That's what I said. All you got to do is hit equal on the calculator, right? This guy comes in there and writes, he goes, oh no, I'm saving $220 a month by I got rid of my car and I financed a gas car. And then he starts explaining about the hills in California. Starts explaining to me about the hills in California and all this other stuff. I'm like, what? Why are you even talking about all that? And he's like, you need to help me understand how you get to this. I said, it's right there on it's right there on what you're commenting on. The formula is right there. All you got to do is put that in your calculator. All you got to do is trust the calculator. As soon as you hit enter, and then I said, now, does the calculator say you're saving $220 a month? I'm just waiting to see what his response is. And honestly, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm curious as fuck of what his response is going to be. I'm just very curious. I don't know if he's over there glitching or he's going to come back with a response or he's thinking of one. I'm not sure, but I'm curious of the response. It is hilarious. I mean, he wrote the shit out. He was like, "Oh man, the California hills, and then like the gas I'm saving, and then 200." I mean, he calculated $220 a month, and this. I'm like, you You're commenting on the very thing that is the answer. What are you writing? You need to help me understand. Understand what? I showed you on the thing you're commenting on. What are you talking about? And then I said another one. I said, what's the difference between a financed electric car and a financed gas car? And I said, nothing. And then I started laughing, right? You know how many unconscious slaves are going to be baffled? What do you mean nothing? What are you talking about? They're gonna be like, what do you mean nothing? I can't go any further. I don't know what else to say to you. Those are the type of things that's gonna be going on shirts. You guys won't get it. Okay, I'm gonna give you one last one. Okay, here's one last one for you unconscious slaves to kind of glitch on. All right, the shirt's gonna have mortgage versus rent, and then right underneath it is gonna say renters know they're renting. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm gonna put on the shirt. Renters know they're renting. Unconscious slaves are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Renters know they're renting." Oh. Yes, I am, Gabriel. I am doing my passion, man, and I'm changing lives, man. This shit is just absolutely amazing. I can see where these shirts are going. I want you and SMD family. I want you guys to understand. Nobody's gonna have these shirts. And then when you see somebody with the shirt, you're gonna know they get it. You're gonna see that person from across the room, just like in a movie. You know how they do. You see somebody across the room in a movie. You see somebody with another SMD shirt on. You're gonna be like, you're gonna give them that look like, oh, yeah, I know. It's gonna be a look. Now, if they don't like, if you're faking with the shirt on, and somebody that knows looks at you, you don't give them that look back. They're gonna know right away that you're a faker. You're a phony. See. See, you get it. See, Amina, you get it. Unconscious slaves won't get it. Not even if you told them. They won't even they won't even get it. Okay, I'm gonna break the ice a little bit for you, unconscious slaves. You don't know you're renting from the bank. That's why you're making that's why you're making payments. Because you're renting from the bank. You have a landlord. It's the bank. Okay, that renters see renters know you get it. Renters know they're renting. You don't. You don't know that you're renting from the bank. Okay, that's a spoiler alert. I'm not going to tell you guys anymore. I'm not going to give away any more of my statements. I'm not giving away anymore. What's that? Okay, let me see. 10,000 in the stock market minus 100,000 student equal negative 90,000. Is my math right? I like that. I like that. Okay, I see where you're going with it. I like that because you gotta remember though, I mean, you can't put too much math in there. Okay, you know that you can't. Slaves will look at that shirt and go off in Wonderland. You got too many zeros and numbers bouncing around in there. You got to keep this shit simple. You throw too much math in there, they're gonna be like, nah, I don't understand any of that. Getting a mortgage doesn't mean you're buying a house. Yep. There's only a unconscious slaves. I got to break some bad news to you. There's only one way to buy a house, and that's cash. Like there's another shirt, right? If I put this on a shirt, cash is the only way to buy a house, or money is the only way to buy a house. And then and just leave it right there. You guys will be bewildered. You'd be like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, money's the only way to buy a house. Yeah, that's right. Or say something like this, uh no, because I'm trying to stay away from the statements that gives you guys will allow you guys to have an opinion. Okay, that's the general reason for my statements. They're gonna baffle you so much that you can't even have an opinion on it because you won't understand it. If you don't understand it, you can't have an opinion. Okay, I wear that shirt and I get denied interest to every place I go, especially banks. I can see it. You know what's so funny? Eh, I don't even want people thinking the banks are angry at me or I don't want people thinking that I'm doing something that's gonna or topple the banks. I want you to understand something. There are millions of you slaves. Millions. You think they're worried about me? They're not worried about me, okay? I'm just here to help a couple. I'm just here to help a few of you live a different life. That's all. Everybody can participate. That's the one thing. This is what I want you guys to understand. And so you don't think the banks hate people like me or stuff like this. The banks don't own the economy. Okay, it's a system. Nobody owns it. Okay? It it favors those who trust mathematics. Period. That's it. Here's the system. Here's the rules. You have a choice. You can either choose, you can trust math or not. That's totally up to you. If you don't trust math, the system is against you. If you trust math, it's for you. That's it. It's no trick. It's not a trick. You can just all you got to do is just trust your calculator. That's it. That's it. Mama says, trust your calculator and you will be own your world. Cash equals freedom. It's as simple as it really is as simple as that. But this is what a lot of people don't really get. And this is what's going to make SMD. This is what's going to make SMD stand away from everybody. I hope you guys feel this and understand this. I can see it. This is how it works. Millions of people are in debt. Millions in car loan debt, millions. And all those people don't know. They don't know you're not supposed to finance a car. They don't know that. But when I say that, I want you guys to understand that's just how I feel. I mean, it's more than feeling, but do I want financing cars to stop? No. I don't want to disrupt anybody's business, anybody's legal business. I don't want to disrupt anybody's business. You would never see me go onto a car lot and say, hey man, don't finance cars. You'll never make blog. That's stupid. I would never do that. Why would I do that? Disrupt somebody's business? No, that's your problem. If you don't understand mathematics, that's your problem. If you don't know, nobody in the United States of America gets a finance car on sale. That is your fucking problem. That's your problem. Nobody gets a finance car on sale. Why you think you got a finance car on sale at a great interest rate? What are you talking about? You believe this is what you got. You believe you got a finance car on sale with a negative compounding interest rate. That's what you got. Because if you get a loan and it has and it has an interest rate on it, you're compounding interest negatively. The sticker price that you see on a car, you know who that's for? That's for cash buyers. People who have cash pay the price that you see on the sticker. That's people who have money. The sale price, if you're financing a car, the sale price of a car has nothing to do with you. Nothing. These shirts are going to be like Superman shirts. Because you understand this and you get in the finance game, anything to do with finances and taxes, anything, you will dominate. And whatever financial field you get in, they will know that you're different. They will know it. They will know you're not like everybody else that's working for them. They'll immediately know it. I promise you this. Promise you. You have a regular job today and you take this SMD knowledge in, I guarantee you everybody in your job will know that you are different from them. If you have that job too much longer, especially if it's a job you hate. Get out of debt. Everybody at your job will know that you're different. I promise you that. Promise you that. Hell, everybody in your life will know you're different. And you unconscious slaves that don't believe me, buy a t-shirt, and then I want you to count how many people. This is what I want you to do, okay? If you don't, for you non-believers, I want you to buy my shirt, and then I want you to wear it. But this is a different test for you. I want you to count how many people ask you, what does that mean on that shirt? Make sure you keep a tally of it. Open up your phone, get up a notepad or something on your phone, and I just want you to mark it like tic-tac-toe, the winner or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mark it like that. See how many people ask you, what does that mean? Everybody that asks you, what does that mean? Those are all unconscious slaves, because somebody knows exactly what that means. If somebody like me read that shirt, I'd know exactly what it meant. But if you don't, you're unconscious. What's up, Sal's? L. Marshall? I'm already alien. The shirt gonna highlight that more. And that's what I like about these shirts too, you guys. And I wrote this in the community, right? We get these SMD shirts and we're wearing them out in public and we see each other. Now we don't have to pull down our mask in public. We just can know. Now we can just blend in, right? Now, and you got to remember this too. Even though the SMD shirts will be out there, the majority of slaves won't see it. I know this is weird. I know you guys, I know this is kind of a weird concept, but they won't see it. It'll be hidden in plain sight. But you guys will be able to see it. Unconscious slaves won't be able to see it because they won't bother reading it. They'll kind of scan it. And if they don't really understand of it, the majority of slaves don't bother to take the time. It's like the definition of words. Unconscious slaves don't really take the time to understand the true definition of words. That's the same thing they're going to do with the statements. So you'll be invisible, only visible to those who know. Because believe it or not, there's people. Of course, there's people that know because they're the people that created the fucking system. So they're not going to be walking around wearing no SMD shirt. But I guarantee you this: if you're wearing an SMD shirt and some people see it that know, they're going to know what that shirt means. They're going to know what the SMD shirts mean. And this is how you're going to attract like-minded people that's going to have even greater knowledge than you. They're going to be like, oh shit, that person knows. They're wearing that shirt. And then they probably come up to you and say, hey, where you get that shirt from? Or do you know what it means? They probably ask you questions like that, and then it'll go from there. These shirts are gonna be fucking amazing. You guys have no idea. I can already see it. I can already see it. Now, like I said, if you just jumping in the room, I got the pre-sale going on in the members only YouTube right now, members only. Get out there, but this is for Saturday and Sunday. Once Monday comes, I'm opening it up to everybody else. I'm just giving you guys a head start. Man, you guys have no idea how excited I am just to see. It's not even about the money, because this is what it is. I want you guys to really understand something: how unique these shirts are, how I had to work hard to earn your trust. Man, it's amazing. It's just amazing. People pick up that I'm different, but they can't put their finger on it or why. I know exactly. That's crazy. I love that feeling too. They always pick up. They do. They pick up that something's different, but they don't know. They can never figure it out because they have no idea they're slaves. So they don't know. They'll just know you're different. These shirts, these SMD shirts, will help each of us identify each other when we're out in public. It'll be sporadic too. I mean, because that's just is the way it is, but it'll be better identified. Your dating life is going to change. I'm telling you, man, everything's going to change, man, with these shirts. You watch. I wanted to buy an air conditioner, but I don't have the cash. Price was $1,000. The installment price was $50 per month for 48 months. That equals $2,400. That's robbery. Well, Mohammed, you got to look at it. You got to look at it even deeper than that. If you have to finance an air conditioner, you got bigger problems. Now, these are hard words for a lot of people to really get it, but you don't really understand. If you have to finance an air conditioner, you have very big financial problems. Now, I know when I say things like that, it sounds like I'm being harsh, but when you get outside the debt matrix, I'm just saying something that makes mathematical sense. It's not really harsh. It really has no feelings on it, because when you look at things like inanimate objects like air conditioners and cars, you got to think to yourself, you think this is how you think. What age was it when I started working? 15, 16. Here I am, 30, 40 years old. I've been working all my life since age 15. And you mean I don't have the cash for an air conditioner? That's how you got to look at it. When you go get a new phone and you see the price of a new phone and you finance it, this is how you got to think. What age did I start working? 15, 14, 16? I'm 40 years old now. You mean to tell me I can't pay cash for a fucking phone? That's a problem. Financing and again, financing the air conditioner, that's not robbery. They're not doing anything, but who cares the interest rate they even charge you? I don't care. Because you got to remember, if you're financing an air conditioner, they're going to charge you the interest rate appropriately because you're financing an air conditioner. So they're going to charge you. You obviously, because you got to remember, when you do that, you're telling the bank, you obviously don't know. You obviously have no clue of what you're not supposed to finance an air conditioner. That's just, and them charging you interest, that's business. That has nothing to do with anything. That's business. Because without slaves, the economy could not exist without you. I keep telling you guys, they could not exist without you. So those of you that even follow this channel, I want you, when you guys start seeing these shirts out there and people wearing them, I want you to understand what they represent. People that know, people that cannot get fooled by financial scammers, people trying to trick you, trying to make you invest in bullshit to try to make you say you can make this money. We don't fall for that stuff. That doesn't matter because you guys have no idea how much slave noise is out there. You guys are just chitter chattering, so much noise, adding shit to your portfolios that you don't even own. It's just crazy nonsense. Financial scammers can't scam you. Why? Because it can't. Financial scammers cannot make any mathematical sense. It's a scam. Scams don't make financial sense. That's why they're a scam. They don't make any mathematical sense, and if they don't make mathematical sense, they cannot make financial sense for you, slaves. So if you ever see somebody wearing one of the SMD shirts, don't. If you're a slave, don't start talking about money. Don't tell them you're making car payments. Don't tell them you just got a new car or phone, and don't say anything like that around them ever, because you guys won't be friends too much longer. That's why. An unconscious slave. No, somebody that was a conscious slave did what it took to get out of slavery, meaning by getting to zero. You can't really you cannot be friends with an unconscious slave because all they do is talk slave stuff, financial debt shit, digging themselves deeper in the hole, thinking they're getting financially ahead. It makes absolutely no sense. They go get a bigger house, bigger car. They get a raise, they raise in taxes, and then they go get a bigger house, and then go get a bigger car and live in a nicer area. Dig themselves deeper in debt and believe in their brains that they're getting financially ahead. It makes absolutely no sense. None. Zero. These shirts are going to be unlike any other shirts. Do you guys understand this? Unlike any other shirts with statements not on any other shirts. These statements you won't see on other shirts. I promise you, you won't. Unless they copy me. That's about it. And you better believe, listen, you better believe people are going to try to copy. but they can't copy what they don't understand. That's the lovely thing about SMD. It's very hard to copy something that you don't even know exists. They don't even know exists. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, you guys got any questions? Any questions about the shirts? Uh, any questions about everything I've said, what these shirts represent and what they're gonna be without them even happening? Without it even happening right now, I already know what they're gonna be. I already know. Enigma says, make a mad dash if you can't pay cash because somebody it'll be. Gabriel says, LJ, watch out, somebody might get you for telling all this knowledge. Well, see, Gabriel, you're assuming that they can hear me. See, you don't understand that unconscious slaves cannot hear me. They have no they have no idea what I'm saying. So you gotta grasp that. You gotta really grasp that. It's like this, Gabriel. If I started trying to speak Spanish, you would know right away that I'm not a Spanish speaker. You know right away. I mean, that's the same way when that's the same thing. They have no idea what I'm saying. I might as well be speaking Spanish, French, German, every I might as well be speaking every language in the world at the same time because they have no idea because they've never heard the language of debt free ever. Oh, somebody might get you for 10. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh no, they ain't worried about that. I mean, when you like those are those conspiracies, when you think about that, this is all you got to do when you hear stuff like that. How many people are in mortgage loan debt? How many people are in car loan debt? How many people are in credit card debt? How many people are in wash and dryer debt? How many people are in cell phone debt? That's millions upon millions upon millions of people. I'm not doing anything. Well, look, I retired. Go look in the I put the link inside the community for the members only. So click on that link and just follow the instructions and you get right there. Now you got to remember this is I'm just now figuring this out at 40, okay? All right. So now my mission is to share with everybody that's willing to listen because I don't want, especially younger people, I don't want you guys growing up thinking debt is part of life. I just don't want you thinking that. I want you guys to enjoy your life fully, doing whatever you feel like fucking doing. You know, you know you're not gonna fall for all the other stuff that the slaves do, having kids when they're in debt. Like when I think about it now, I think about it now. Here I am, a young kid in debt, and I had my first son at 22, right? I had no business doing that. Why? Because I was young, in debt, and didn't know. If somebody would have taught me this in my 20s, there's no way I would not have had a kid. I would be like, wait a minute, I don't even own myself. Why would I have a kid? Because when you're in debt, you don't own yourself. The slaves, you guys don't know that. You don't own yourself. And I know this makes you guys glitch out when you guys hear that stuff. Oh, what do you mean own myself? This is easy to do. If you got a Credit Karma account, log into your Credit Karma and take a glance at all your owners. Those are all the people that own you. All those businesses that you owe money to, they own you. Until they get their money back, they own you. You work for them. You got to get them payments. You guys don't know monthly payments are not part of life. You don't have to have monthly payments. That's a choice. Once you get out of the debt matrix, you can clearly see that. Once you get out of the debt matrix, you'll clearly see that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they're not special. They're just days of the week. They're not special. Friday is no different than Monday. I promise you. Once you get out of debt matrix, you'll see that. And when you see people wear these SMD shirts, they know what I'm telling you right now. They're gonna know what that. If you ask them, you can ask them. And anybody, like I said, when you ask them this question with people with the shirt on, they're gonna make you pull out. They're gonna make you open up your calculator app so they can show you, so you don't think they're tricking you. But again, it's a different kind of magic. Magic. It's that kind of magic. It's different than the magic you go to shows for. That's a trick, right? Then they show you, hey, this is how we did it. We really had mirrors and we did this with strings. This one has no strings, no mirrors, and can be proven to be 100% true. So if you guys ain't got any questions, man, about what the topic is, man, we'll get off. And I'm just excited, man. I'm extremely excited. I've been at this since 2016. I've been at it since 2016, nonstop. Not even knowing where I was going, the direction. I just knew. It just kept saying, go this direction, keep going. No promises of anything. I had all the slaves around me. Oh man, what about your retirement, man? What about this? What about that? What about, little did I know, they were just people that do that. You don't realize they're just telling you their fears. Don't take it personally when they doubt you, when they say, oh man, that's impossible. You can't do. They're only telling you about themselves. That has nothing to do with you. So you don't take offense to it. Oh man, nobody's gonna listen. Everybody finances cars and houses. You can't buy a house and man, you're gonna hear all the unconscious slaves try to knock you down. You just gotta ignore them. They're slaves. They don't know what they're saying. Once you get out of debt matrix and you really understand, they don't know what they're saying. So you just ignore them. Oh, they're not making any mathematical sense. You just ignore them. I kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and voila, my shirts are fucking born. With the master statement, if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it cannot make financial sense. It can't. Shirt number one. And I want you guys to also know that I want you to understand the statements, these shirts and the statements, they will never, ever, ever get outdated, ever. No matter if you're wearing it and you pass it down to your kids and the kids' kids and the kids' kids, whoever's wearing it, it'll still be relevant. They will still get asked the same question through generations. These shirts will withstand time. Why? Because math is timeless. Math never gets old, ever. Math never gets old. 1 + 1 is going to equal 2. It equals 2 today. It'll equal 2 200 years from now. It's going to still equal 2. You see this gift that has been given to me? It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I think back now, I'm like, I kept my student loans for 10 years. Yeah, I was making 6 figures for how long? And you mean I could have had them paid off in year 1? Yeah, sure could. Know why you kept it for 10 years? You thought it was normal. You thought that since everybody around you had student loan debt, it was okay. No, it's not. Only slaves have student loan debt. I wish somebody would have told. I wish somebody would have called me a slave to my fucking face back then. That's why the word slave just catches you guys, because you're like, oh my God, who is he calling slave? He says slave so much. Oh my God, slave, slave. It only offends you, slaves. When you're not in the debt matrix and you hear the word slave, we know you're not talking to us because we know we're not slaves. We know we're not slaves. So whenever we hear the word slave, we know you're not talking to us. We know that. Would you say nicer? I confess I used to be petty at work on Fridays, I would ask, is it Monday yet? I used to be terrified. Is it Monday yet? Math is timeless, but fabric fades. Yeah, the fabric will fade for sure, and gets holes in it. Don't be cheap. Buy a new shirt when your current one starts looking ragged. Yeah, and eventually I'm going to figure out how to, and this is just a work in progress, how to keep the shirts there, print on demand. All that stuff is going to happen because I want people to go when they come there. I want them to go and pick the statement that they want, because all the statements will be relevant forever. They'll be relevant forever. They're never going to get old. So the shirts will be there forever. The designs might change as they grow. That just naturally happens, but I'm just letting you guys know how it's going to happen. I see hey, Gabriel, I see them around the world in different languages. This is why I'm telling you, it doesn't matter the language. They can do, because math doesn't care about any language. Math breaks all language barriers. So when they translate these shirts into different languages, the outcome is still going to be the same. There's still going to be confused slaves in Germany. There's still going to be confused slaves in Canada. They're going to be like, what? Because if the economy is the same as the US's economy, it doesn't matter. They just may have different rules over there. That's all. What's up, Mr. Mosman? So again, right now, sorry about. Right now, the shirts are. I gotta get some water. 1 second here. Shirts are on pre-sale right now. They won't be in until 2 weeks. I try to make sure that's clear. They're getting printed, so they said 7 to 10 business days. So I'm just saying 2 weeks, right? But once I get them, they're going to be immediately shipped out, just ASAP. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. But if you want a shirt before I let everybody buy on Monday, members, you guys can get in there and get the shirt now. Get the shirt that you want, because there's a limited amount. Because I had to test the waters. I don't know how many is going to buy, what size. So I had to play with a certain amount. So, and I'm gonna see how that flows, and then that's going to tell me how I'm going to buy, how I'm going to purchase the shirts in the future. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys all. Appreciate all your support. If you're new, welcome to the SMD family. You ready to change your world? Here's the spot. You found the channel, man. You ready for your life to change forever? Dating life, every aspect of your life. You found it right here. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening. Later.